There he is. What's up, buddy?
How are you, man?
Good, and how are you doing?
Oh, good.
You look great.
Well, feel good.
Yeah?
Feel good.
I'm dying for somebody to walk in here and me go, you look terrible.
Yo, you had, I was looking at your Instagram. You had Monique on here. She looked freaking great.
Didn't she? 52.
She's what?
52 years old.
She looks great.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? She's 52.
Well, I'm saying,
supposed to be dead?
No. What I'm saying is I would have given her 36.
Oh.
Her skin was so nice.
You know, she was in Soul Plane with me, and she looks better now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think that's the best she's ever
Her hair was
looked.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Spanish was just asking if you ever had hair replacement.
Oh, yeah.
You
did?
Yes.
Yes, I had Monique's hair put on top of my head. And, no, look at that guy.
He did.
Because I did.
He had hair replacement, and it looks great.
It does look very good. You just did it, right? Is that why it's
6 months ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it filled in?
I think it's getting there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's looking a lot better than it did before.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
Your head's good.
Dude, he shaved.
You have a lot of eyebrows. You have a lot of hair. You're thick.
Yeah.
No, you got a lot going on. That's good.
Yeah, because he shaved my head and showed me a picture of it shaved, and I was like, wow, I was way balder than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He still got the most chicks, though.
Yeah, well, you taught me well, so.
Yeah, now with his hair.
Yeah. Is this your son? I got to catch up on the show.
Every phone call that I end, I mean, for the entire time he's worked here, when we hang up, he says, I love you.
Yeah, he
Which
does.
is really awkward when I have him on speakerphone and my actual kids are in the car. And he's like, all right, I love you.
Bust your butt, yeah.
They were like, do we have another child that we don't know?
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 6 and my son is 13.
So they're him. Yeah, their son is. Yeah.
He came over to my house one time, him and the tiny guy in the TV control room, and we decided to go to a nice restaurant to go eat dinner, but they were wearing, dirtbag clothes, so they both went in my son's closet, and when he was like 12, and put shirts on.
Great.
And they fit so good.
That's cool.
How old are your kids?
My kids are Jackson's 6 and Quinn's almost 4. So he's in kindergarten and she's still in preschool. Yeah, I love it.
When I had my son first, and then my wife wanted to have another kid, I was like, I could never love another kid as much as I love this one, and I was afraid I wouldn't love it. And then it was born, it was a girl, and I was like, I love it, but not as much. And now, what a complete reversal. I don't even care about my son anymore. I can't wait for him to move out.
And girls are smarter. Have you noticed that? They advance.
Yeah.
They're smarter.
My son's an idiot, for sure.
No. I think that what it is, and I'm thinking this about my son, they're socially intelligent or something. Some other kind of intelligence that's not intelligence. They got to have a name for it so the kid doesn't feel bad.
Yeah.
But my daughter, you just realize, oh, my God, she's so smart.
Is your second child...
Girl.
My daughter, I believe her options for employment when she's older is serial killer or mass murder.
Oh, yeah, no, she's like, my daughter will, as I said to my son, I said, you better pay attention to her, because it was so much about him in our life, and then I realized, oh, my God, she is amazing. I have to give her the same amount of attention, but they're also so close, like she's his biggest fan, but once in a while she's done with it, and she wants attention. Yeah. And I said, you better give her attention, because she's going to kill us in our sleep. That's her thing for real. Like, she'll all of a sudden go, you'll see she has a knife. Like, I mean, where's the knife? She goes, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
I'm glad it's not just my family.
No, it's fun. Because they have to have these different personalities, too. They can't be, my son's kind of a dominant, and I could be a little, so they have to have different that are funnier and sharper.
Yeah.
And she just messes with him, like we count cars on the way to school that are like our car. And she goes, oh, I see what. And she does it just to mess up this thing, this linear thinking.
Right? That's what they do. Just to piss the other one off.
Always.
They live for that.
Yeah, if he has his stuff lined up, he is obsessive. My son, he lines stuff up and stacks it. She'll go take the one thing out of the whole, one thing, and then throw it over the wall or something in the backyard.
I'm feeling so much better about my family right now.
It's great. Aren't they fun, though? They're the best, man.
Now, how old are you when you had your first kid?
54.
Are you worried? Because I'm 48, and I would have another one now.
Yeah.
But because I don't really have it. I have enough money now where I don't have to do anything.
Right. Well, 40, you could do that. Give a threesome there. Get 3 kids.
3 kids.
Three
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Threesome.
Yeah, that's all. And but yeah, I was 54. I mean, that's how it had to be. I tried to have kids for many years and with many women, and so that's what had happened.
Do you feel like you got lucky that you finally got the right woman? Because you could have had some kids with.
I feel I got lucky that we had kids. We don't live. She doesn't live in the house.
Oh, so
That's good. No, it's what, and when you have kids, everybody says this, but there's just no way to not have some love for them, because no matter how much animosity they have, contempt for you, hostility, you just, because you look at your kids and you're like, I gotta fake this at least for a long time. And I have a picture of her with my ex-wife when she was a kid.
Yeah.
And she kind of, it looks like my daughter a little bit. And I say, well, she didn't have a dad like me, my ex-wife. That's what goes through my head. Yeah. Or if she had a dad that picked her up and held her all the time, maybe she wouldn't be a maniac.
So are you single now?
Oh, yes.
How long have you been single?
Well, I don't read for a while, a year out of that house, a year with just me, the kids. I've had one lunch date in 11 years.
Why?
With a mom at school.
Like, why aren't you, like, you probably...
Oh, it's hard. Well, it's hard, because, I keep thinking about it, I
don't get married again.
No. Well, I wouldn't, Will
you call me if you're thinking about getting married again?
I won't.
So I can say, don't do
that. I won't. I'd have to clear that with the kids.
Yeah.
Although the kids, want me to, my son's like, Dad, I heard good things about Tom Arnold at school, because that's how they call me.
Right.
And, but, it's a whole thing, because I genuinely love hanging out with him. So how much time could I have to somebody else? Hopefully they'd have kids or something.
What do you,
yeah, because his mom was on the radio. She went on the radio, and I heard her say something nice about me. And so I was like, okay, I will try to ask her to lunch. Yeah. And she's got we had a lot to talk about because the kids in school, and she's went through a divorce. And
why was she on the radio? Is this a famous
She's on the radio. She's on the radio. There's a Sirius show.
Okay.
And Jeff Lewis, and she goes on there.
Okay.
She's a nice person. I think she's a comic.
And she said something nice about you?
Very nice. Yeah, she said she had a crush on me, and I heard about that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's insane. And her ex-husbands are good-looking.
Who is this? I need to know. You need to make me Google it. Just tell me.
Very nice. I'm going to try to pronounce his name right.
Okay.
A very nice guy, because he's also the father of her kid. Eads George or something. He was like on SCSI.
Oh, yeah. He's handsome. Yeah.
I know. If I Googled her husband, and he had his shirt off, six-pack abs. And I was like, hopefully he was gay and he left the marriage.
That's why she's after you now, because she's had that already.
That's what you think. Listen, man, and you know this, there are women who go, that guy. Yeah. And we only need one or two, that'll break away from the herd.
Right. Trust me.
So that's it. So, I think I'll be fine.
I think so, too. As long as you don't get married anymore. I don't know why. I don't know who didn't stop you in the past.
Right. I have no money either. I think that's why the ex is so mad. She's like, what?
Yeah.
You don't have Roseanne's money? Yeah. I go, no, I never had that. She goes, I thought you were hiding. No, this is it.
Yeah.
And this is fine for me because, I grew up in Iowa. I worked at a meatpacking plant for 3 years out of high school.
You've lived this life before.
I've lived it, and this is the best part of it. And every day I look over, we're still in the same bed. The kids, I have that. That is genuinely, if I didn't have that,
you and the kids sleep in the same bed?
We do. They have rooms.
Best ever.
It's best ever. And, since it got weird in the house a couple years ago, everybody kind of just pulled it in. And one of these days, I got a plan, because I did sleep train my son when he was younger, and then you put the air mattress next to his bed, and then a foot away the next side, a foot away. And then I went on the road. I probably came here. And then by the time I got back, he wanted me in my bed. And I said, okay, let's do this for a while. And that was like 3 years ago. But they have bedrooms at the end of the hall. And my goal is one of these days, maybe after the school year, Quinn will go to hers, Jack's go to his. I'll put the air mattress between, and I'll work my way back into my lonely ass bedroom.
My old boss told me we're the only animal in the world that immediately rips our babies away from us when they're born and makes them sleep somewhere else.
Right.
And I don't care. I mean, my daughter is little. She's 6, so I don't care. Now, my son one time when he was like 11, crawled into bed with me, and I felt like a giant man was about to molest. He had hair on his legs. I was like, too much.
My son has BO already. He does. He's 6. He's 100 pounds.
Yeah.
He's a big kid.
Yeah.
He is a big boy. He's a head taller than everybody. He's big, but he's a baby, you know?
Right.
And sometimes I get home late, and Quinn will go to sleep in the car seat, and so I carry her up, my Angel, and put her in bed. My son will be down there. Dad, will you carry me up again?
Oh.
And he's 100 pounds, but you got to go up the stairs.
He's a baby.
As long as I can do that.
Oh, man.
I'm like,
my God. This is Tom Arnold, who's here with us. We like Tom. He's been a friend of ours for a long time. He's in town tonight because he's going to be at Ruth Eckerd Hall doing the Family Feud Celebrity Edition. Now, you are a captain in this?
Yeah, I'm a captain. I am a family captain. You know, I was on the Family Feud back in the day when I had the Jackie Thomas show, and we went against Roseanne. Who was the host? Ray Combs.
Oh, he won't be there.
No, he won't. Yeah.
Everybody thought he was going to be there.
Yeah. Now, is Richard Dawson alive?
I don't believe so.
No.
Richard Dawson was the best.
Yeah,
he really
was the best. That's why we love him. Yeah,
Louis Anderson was great.
Oh my God,
that's hard. And he just
Louis Anderson was the host.
Yeah, he was for a while.
Good. And now he's dead.
Yeah.
No.
And, he's not. Oh wait,
no, he is not.
How could that be? No, I mean, no. I love Louis. Louis wonderful. Louis is amazing.
Yeah.
He does well. That that show he's on with. I love Louis Anderson.
Okay, so
started with him back in Minneapolis.
Did you really?
Well, he was a big star when I moved up there in 1983.
Okay.
And but I love Louis.
Who else was in your starting class?
What do you mean?
Like comedian-wise?
Oh, let's see. Joel Hodgson had started a little before me. He's a prop comic. He did Mystery Science 2 or 3,000. He's funny. They were a little ahead of me, and Joel Madison. People as Jeff. What was Cesario?
Oh,
he's a writer.
I love Cesario.
Yeah, he's a little ahead of me. He's a little ahead. He's good.
He's good.
He does a lot of things, and a lot of people have come out of there since.
So you're the most famous one.
Well, I'm the most famous of all the people, because I'm very famous.
Yes, you've earned your infamy.
But I loved it. I loved it going up there as a knucklehead and got to work with a lot of guys that were professionals. And that's where I met Roseanne in '83, I guess. '83, I'd moved from Iowa to Minneapolis because I was offered a job, and it was one weekend for $15. I thought I thought it was a career.
Right.
I got to the club, and the guy was just BSing me. I go, I don't even have a car, man. I don't have driver's license. I got a bag of clothes and $100. You better. Well, what am I going to do? Where am I going to live? So I went to a bar, Williams Pub, which is a huge bar in the uptown area of Minneapolis. And I walked in. I got a job as a bouncer and a bar back, and the waitress there was looking for a roommate. So I said, I will be your roommate.
No,
and I ended up staying for 5 years.
Wow. Do you know there's somebody somewhere telling a story? Tom Arnold threw me out of a bar one time because I was drunk.
Oh, they had a. Well, I used to fight. It was bad because we would get so drunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be honest. You don't do that while you're working. We just started Long Island ICs, and then we'd fight. And there's a glass window in the front, and I never. And probably 3 or 4 times I ran into it going after somebody. I kept forgetting. Oh, this is a glass window. But it was back in the '80s when you could beat people up.
Yeah.
And they could be. By the way, the same people came to fight. It became a thing. I'm like, here they come.
Yeah.
Get ready. Give
like
me
Roadhouse.
Yeah. Like Roadhouse. Except in uptown Minneapolis. So it's
I would watch a reboot of Roadhouse with you as Dalton.
Oh my God, I love that movie. I love it. But mostly the music, because I worked at First Avenue too in the '80s. And that's when they were making Purple Rain.
Prince, yeah.
And the Replacements were buddies of mine. And all these guys that we, because music, as you know, music and comedy, they like each other. They want to be whatever they are, like an athlete. I'd love to be an athlete, and so they hang out. And it was just a great time to be in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I bet, man.
I played basketball with Prince.
Did you really?
Yes. Late night, went out to Paisley Park, and me and a couple guys were invited. And he's very good at basketball.
When you were a comedian,
yeah,
you did that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, an actor, comedian, yeah.
Years later, Prince is watching Nick at Night, and he's like, I used to play basketball.
Oh no, man! He called me up on stage at the Hollywood Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, really?
To sing 1999. Now this is a dream of mine because I loved him. I loved him, and so I get up on stage and he brings the mic over for the chorus, and I forgot we're 2000. I forgot the words. And he laughed, and then he mocked me, and then he kept dancing around me. And then the chorus came. I go, hey, I got it this time. Get over here. And then he pulled the mic away when I had it, and the kid that played Urkel, remember that, the actor?
Jaleel.
He mocked me in the parking lot. Like, we were walking away sad. Like, it should have been triumphant.
Right.
Like, did you see what I did? But people are mocking me.
You still win because he's Urkel for life.
Yeah.
You were on stage with Prince, and he's got to go home and be Urkel.
Yeah.
Now tell me about this thing tonight. You'll do this at Ruth Eckerd Hall tonight with Pauly Shore.
Yes, Pauly is here. I do like Pauly Shore. He's I've known him obviously many years, and he's a nice guy.
Now is he running the comedy store? Is his brother running it? How does that work now?
Well, they're working on being a family.
Still working on it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I tell you, it's good.
Yeah.
So I go down there. These guys are like club promoters. Like, they'll have a show. They'll have the Comedy Store from 8 to 10 or something. And they'll book a bunch of us to come down and do 10 minutes or 12 minutes. Right. And they do these shows. So I don't know how that works, but they get paid. You get paid a lot more than when freaking Mitzi was paid. I'll tell you right
now. Now, how much? So you guys get paid to do those little quick?
Yeah.
Like when I go to Comedy Cellar and I see 18 people on the list, each one of those guys are getting a good payday.
Well, if they're regular, I suppose that they're club regulars, they get a little something.
Right.
But, it's $15 of the day for, I think, at the Improv when I first started. It's a big deal. It's a big deal going from nothing to that.
Yeah.
And then you get your check at the front. And then I remember one time because I stole Tim Allen's checks. His name was close to mine. And I signed him over down there. I had to make amends when I got sober. But, you do that. But it's a big time. Now sometimes you get $200. You go and do a little set. It's cash and it's something.
Right.
You're like,
You feel good about it.
This isn't going into the family law situation. It's $200.
How's your sobriety?
It's excellent.
People were questioning it last week when you were tweeting at Diamond and Silk.
Oh my God, Diamond and Silk. Diamond and Silk. They're an act.
Yes. There are two ladies on YouTube who are supposedly conservative. Fox and Friends has picked them up, and they're on TV all the time. And they started with you first?
Yeah, it's been going back and forth for a 3 months. They made some videos that I thought were pretty funny about it. And I know that they originally were part of the Black Lives Matter. They made a great video about the Michael Gardner murders. They were. So I go at all these people, and there's a lot of hypocrisy, you might say, because they never go, well, the guy we're promoting here, Trump, he's got 27 legitimate assault or whatever, but we're going to look at this over here. But I know they're an act, right? So then I start tweeting at them, and then they made at least one really funny video that I liked. I kind of, I'm communicating back channel because my goal with all these guys is just keep it the absurdity and then have me on their thing, and that ruins it. Yeah. Because anytime I'm with any of these people that are all Trump, but that's what's worked for me, whether it be Michael Cohen or Rudy Giuliani or Lev Parnas, the guy that just got arrested. The guy that just got arrested, who's from Florida, I was writing a movie with him about his life of going to the Ukraine and discovering and saving the day for Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump. And these guys will tell you everything because so I have all, which I share, of course. But no, so I went at it. And
Who would have thought Tom Arnold is pivotal? First, it was the tape thing we were talking about. Now you were in the middle of this whole.
Well, that's how bad it is. Yeah, that tells you that he's unqualified to be president when his enemies are Tom Arnold. that are legitimately. I got his lawyer, Michael Cohen, to flip on him, and then before Michael went to prison, we made all these tapes. You can see us, and then he gave me all his documents. That's how bad the situation is. Yeah, that's when you know, oh boy, this is not legit. But anyway, Diamond Lace. So then I tweeted at him, but here's the thing they do. The people on that side, they're looking for you to do something wrong, and then they go, oh, we are victims of the Me Too movement or something, because they equate that. If they can just get one person to say the wrong thing, then all the Harvey Weinstein rapes and all that stuff, it's even. It's even. we're so offended, and we're so I went, I had a little fun with it.
Listen.
Well, they also had to read my tweet. All these right-wing radio guys.
Right.
This is disgusting.
Yeah. Well, you came in with the fried chicken, which is always kind of like a borderline. You don't want to go.
No, I always want somebody to bring me some. But for real, they got the new sandwiches right now.
That's right. I love them.
That's kind of my thing. But also, they're going at Snoop Dogg. Now, Snoop Dogg and I made a movie called Soul Plane together.
Right.
So basically, the more they were like that, I was like, okay, then I'll be that guy. So yeah, but they have those chicken sandwiches now. Like, here's the thing, I try to eat healthy, but if there's something amazing out there, the McRib used to be amazing. I know what's in the McRib because I worked at Hormel for 3 years.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, everything, but it's amazing. So you live your life, you got these kids, it's a little less exciting maybe, but then you hear something about this chicken sandwich, you're like, I'm gonna check that thing out.
Right.
I don't have any politics on food.
Right.
I know if you can be. I don't care what the food place's politics are. If it's good,
yeah.
I'm going to check
it out. If Hitler's serving you a good chicken sandwich, you're going to eat it.
And then my kids love, my son especially, is like, oh, my God, are you eating that chicken sandwich? I am eating the church's chicken sandwich. They got it down here.
Back it up to the McRib a second. I had one at 48 years old. I had my first McRib a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I went on Instagram and did it live and ate it, and it tastes like a baby's foot on paper. I hated it. I hated everything about it.
Yeah, well.
I'll eat a sausage, Bill. You tell me it's pig testicles. I don't care if it's delicious sausage.
Yeah, who cares? Because there are pig testicles and everything, but the McRib is especially low-quality meat.
Really?
It's other stuff, the stouts and it's just either they flavor, they got that artificial flavor they jam in there, and God bless McDonald's. I worked there for a year, and I love them, and but that's what it is. But it's best not to know what you're eating before you eat
snout is what it is. I don't care. I don't.
And the ears, and we used to cut when I chisel heads. That was one of my jobs.
That was your job.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Meat off the head of the animal?
Meat here, this meat here, the temple is good meat.
It's
that would make a hell of a McRib right there. It's soft, but it's also quality.
If you gave me a sandwich called Cow Temples, I would eat it.
Yeah, I know. That sounds good. That sounds like a great restaurant name, too. Let's open that place. We'll have a little line dancing in the back.
Who knows? Who do you hang out with? Who's your best friend? Is Dak Shepard still your best friend?
I don't. When you have kids, you see people. I probably see Arnold the most.
Alive?
Yeah. Arnold still. Did you say Arnold still alive?
No. You're still in front of him.
No, he was.
I love Arnold.
Hosting the Family Feud. No, he's the best.
How about that guy that kicked Arnold? Arnold didn't even go down.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that was scary.
Yeah.
Because his bodyguard took his eye off it. But that was real. First of all, I'm sure he didn't see it. I'm sure he was not aware. Second of all, I'm sure he did really feel it. And the fact that he didn't quite know what was going on, they go, "You got kicked."
But
what?
Yeah. He did the slow turn.
But he's in South Africa. He has that. It seems like he's all about bodybuilding, but he's not. He's about fitness. The Arnold Classic up in Columbus, and they do it internationally now. So he brings there he is. He brings physical fitness to millions of people around the world. Look at that big. Look at that big. Okay. Man, but I would have, because when I'm with him, I do keep an eye out now.
Of course,
he's a little bit. And a lot of times we're giving away stuff to homeless people or people, you just keep even though there's cops, so I'm ready. But he's so funny too, because the way he interacts with people is genuine. He has this speech that he'll do, "I'll be back," and then it's the way he interacts with people. He's like me; he gets a little confused on who's got a turkey, who doesn't have a turkey, and then he starts getting a little tired and start making comments that are freaking hilarious.
Does he have a girlfriend yet?
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend. He's had a long time. Hot. She's a physical therapist. She's amazing, and they've been together a long time.
How old is she?
Jeez Louise, it's hard for me to tell. 40 something. She's she's very beautiful. She's very nice, and she was there at his birthday. Franco.
What do you do for his birthday this year? Remember last time you told us you had like leopards there and all that stuff.
But no, he has leopards. He had a lot of animals there because let me set this up. There was a circus in Europe that ran out of money.
Right.
And Arnold said, "I will finance you if I could have your animals at my house for my party." And he did not grow up on a farm, you see. So he knows tanks because he grew up in Austria and he was in the army or something, but he doesn't know like animals. So it's always so tenuous with whether there's a Bengal tiger, whether it could be ostrich. The ostrich will hurt you.
Get you.
Yeah. And you don't have them walking through your house. And he had one time he had a small elephant who got inside the house and just started crushing his stuff. But it's him and his cigar smoking buddies just don't know animals because they will kill you. And I see the animals all looking at them like, "We are going to kill you guys." But he's the best. He's got a miniature horse that people love, and I think he rides it around, which I probably shouldn't say that. But my son likes to, you feed it. Those miniature animals, by the way, you breed them down. No offense. But, they're mean because they get a little brain damage.
You breeding them.
That's why you can't mess with, you got to stop. I just know that from being on a farm and breeding things down. Now, but he's wonderful.
Your kids probably don't even realize how cool Arnold is other than the fact that he's so big.
Well, my dad loves, but he tried, my son tries to match Arnold how he was when he's a bodybuilder with him now. Like, wait a minute. Wait. But, it's been nice because my kids watch my movies. Now, when their mom, when it was bad there, she lived on one side of the house, I lived on the other. So I started cleaning out the garage to sell the house. And I have these 4 trunks from my 4 marriages and different things and all these old movies. I said, let's get rid of that. Let's downsize. And every time we throw stuff away, my son would haul it out of the trash and put it in his room. So it became like, if you're a dad, you got a Tom Arnold museum up there facing my ex-wife and her family who'd come to support her. And so, and then there are a lot of VHS tapes. And so he said, "How do I play these?" So I got him a VHS player and a little TV, and him and his sister have movie night, and they'll watch stuff that I forgot I was in, and
what is your most forgettable movie?
Oh, geez, I've been in 130 movies.
Yeah.
I had one premiere on Hallmark Channel last night. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard to say, but watching them through their eyes, what they like. My son's like, "Yeah, which movie do you have a gun? I want to watch that." But it's kind of wonderful.
I'm looking at the catalog above your head there. You've been in a lot of movies.
I have. Let me see.
Oh man, from Coneheads to 9 Months to
with Farley.
What's your favorite?
Well, True Lies I like a lot. I like 9 Months because we have babies, and especially now.
Why didn't they make another True Lies? You and Arnold still friends?
Well, I think in 2001 there was a script, and everybody's getting ready to do it. Then they had the attack in New York, and that script ended with a submarine coming up on shore at the base of the Twin Towers. And I think Jim Cameron's like, "Yeah, let's not do that now." But
this is where years later they make a sequel now. Like, it still could be done.
Well, that's what we're actually living it, because we're taking down this evil president trying to ruin the world.
I have Trump Jr. on Wednesday. Anything?
I know you do.
You want me to ask him anything?
Ask him about. She's so much. I know a lot about I knew him before.
Yeah. I know him before. He's been a good kid. Like, I mean, I'm not friends with him, but we're acquaintances.
Yeah, we have to. He's not that into his dad. He has another dad that takes him hunting, and he's had people are like, "Well, what about his tough life with him?" Well, yes, because my friends have actually taken care of him and his brother when they've been kicked out of there.
Right.
But here's the deal.
You told me
right
about
now.
that.
Yeah, and right now, where he's out there promote the. So we got to go at it, because what he's selling is lies and hurts people. So he and I go at it. He'll tell you, but hopefully he doesn't go to prison too long.
Will he get impeached?
Yeah, he's impeached.
You think so?
Oh, he'll quit.
He'll quit before the impeachment.
They are impeaching him. They literally are.
Voted to do it.
They'll go to the Senate right after Thanksgiving. They're going to start a week from today. They're going to start bringing live witnesses. When you see that, everybody says, well, it's the whistleblower, and no, there are 12 whistleblowers, and they're in succession. And the way we planned it, the way it's set up is because Corey Lewandowski went before the Congress right before this started.
Right, I watched it.
And it was a crap show. And so everybody rebooted. They say, listen, we're going to have lawyers interview these people. We're gonna So first 45 minutes is these lawyers, everything everything on board so people understand this is what this is about. Forget, it's not about anything else except this, and we want to protect the 2020 election because it's going to hurt.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
Because
of course.
It's not about, they don't care about the Ukraine, they don't care about this. Biden is just as guilty as Trump was, but they're worried about the election.
Yeah,
so
Hunter Biden's a knucklehead, too.
Right.
I mean, you shouldn't get, all these guys shouldn't get a job because their dad was.
Of course not.
That's insane. But Don Jr. has a lot of nerve talking about Hunter Biden, because they're all grifting. His sister is grifting, and she works for the White House. She's making deals in China.
Right.
They're all, Mitch McConnell's wife is in Trump's cabinet.
Yeah.
So how is he going to judge things appropriately?
Right.
That's messed up. You can't tell me his wife is the best candidate in America for that, whatever. It's ridiculous.
So who do you think will be the Democratic hopeful?
No idea, man.
Right?
I don't even. I don't think so. No, I think he's. Wouldn't you like to see someone that,
It's look. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I grew up in New York. I've known Trump since I was a little kid. I've known of Trump. I think some of the things that Trump has done have been great. If he could stop.
He can't. He can't. No, he can't stop with the criming.
Right,
I'm just telling you, I've known him for 30 years too. So,
but let me ask you. You say crime. Let me just explain where I'm coming from.
Don Jr. knows. He worked on the show with him. Listen, he got edited. Trump. They had to edit Trump so much on that show because he has this. Because the way he talks in circles, he's going to keep doing it. It's not like he's going. This is just who he is.
Yeah.
And if you could edit him, and he had great people around him,
he looks great.
Yeah. But he's going to keep doing these. He just goes off and starts talking. He won't listen to anybody. He is a conspiracy guy, Donald Trump Sr., full on, and so he'll believe. Lev Parnas, this guy I'm talking about, he's Russian. They don't call themselves Ukrainian, by the way.
Right.
And so he's like, Rudy Giuliani's like, we need something big. We need some information. He goes, tell me what you need. Well, we'd like to have a tape of Joe Biden talking about. Okay, I can buy that, and I can get a $40 million wire transfer from Hunter Biden to that he made the money. Just give me the money. You can buy anything in the Ukraine. Well, that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But so that's what he believes is happening. Trump believes that. So he's put everything on that. And he doesn't want Putin to look bad. He wants to fix the 2016 election. So wait a minute. He also wants to put a lot of people in prison. And I will tell you this from a person that goes at the Trumps on social media, you get your life threatened all the time. And that's another thing about Diamond.
By whom?
By their coward, and even Diamond and Lace, they say they're Christians. Okay. So
those are strippers.
But the people that troll from them, and they know them because they tag them, they're like, I will kill your children.
Yeah.
So, they don't say, but they don't stand up and go, hey, guys, back off.
Right.
Let's not. But they're all complicit in this. Trump the Republicans though. He's just going to keep doing it. There's something about him.'s not like a evil genius either, where he's quiet about it.
You say he's just crazy.
Yeah, and what he does is he's put the country under a lot of pressure because the president needs to go, hey guys, okay, time out, everybody.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I am the victim. I am the victim. I am the victim, and it's overwhelming and it's un-American, and they don't know how this country. We owe everything to this country. Sometimes we have to stand up and speak about it, and sometimes we have to be of service. And if you understand that this country and the history of this country, then you get in a position like that where our friends, now they're our enemies because Obama liked them. Our enemies, now they're our friends.
Well, that's the problem with the system is you're one side or the other. There's nobody that's bringing it in the middle. Listen, let me tell you, I love you and you can stay here
Thanks,
as long
man.
as you want. But I think your guys.
I know, I got to be on TV. Tell Don Jr. I said hello.
I will. And go see Tom Arnold at Ruth Eckerd Hall tonight.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's so much fun.
It sounds fun.
We get people, they win money, they come out of the audience, and they be a part. It'll be great. It's a dream come true.
791-7400. Get your tickets. We'll be back. It's the Mike Calta Show.
You're listening to the Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone.